growing up, I never really wanted to go out much. I was always quite independent. I didn't really like team sports. I've done rugby and that in the past. Wasn't really my cup of tea. I did a few games and I just didn't really enjoy it, to be honest. And that's when I kind of started the gym. Like I said, I like doing stuff independently, and I just thought I like the idea of working on yourself, making yourself better. I started when I was, I think it was 15, and I basically just started because I wanted to get fit, lose a bit of weight, watching too many Rocky films, and I wanted to get in like a bit more of a physique, so I basically just started training just a bit of light weights and cardio. Just did a bit of boxing training at the local club I got down there, just to get fit really, and that's kind of how I enjoyed it, just doing the weightlifting. I was always kind of naturally strong, so I decided to enter a powerlifting comp, which was in Tiverton where I live here, and I ended up winning that comp, and I think I broke a few of the records there for the lifts and that, so that kind of gave me a boost and that with the powerlifting. But shortly after, powerlifting kind of got a bit repetitive, a bit boring for me, so I transitioned to strongman, and then that's when the year after, when I was 20, I did my first strongman comp in Exeter, placed 7th out of 14 guys, and then it's kind of just gone from there really, and I've just enjoyed it ever since. I just like the variety you get in strongman. I looked up to Eddie Hall, probably like Eddie Hall, people like Thor and Brian Shaw, just because when I was kind of first getting into it, they were all on the scene coming up, and then that's when Eddie was doing well and Brian was winning, and then kind of seeing them on TV and then watching Eddie's film kind of made me get into it a lot more. My mum and dad love it. My sister lives on her own, but she follows it all. She's really interested in it, and so is her boyfriend as well. They like it. They worry obviously because of what you're doing with the weights you're lifting, because I've had a few injuries and that, but not anything life threatening, really bad, but a few little scares and that, but nothing major. But yeah, they worry, but they're very supportive.
I'm so proud of Lee. All the family are really proud of Lee. I do find it quite worrying at times because the stress it puts on the body, the food that you eat, which is much better now, but some of the food that you eat, you know, it's just not healthy. Lee loves what he does. I'm really proud of him. We couldn't be more supportive, I don't think, if we tried. We try and, you know, I prep his food, we go to the competitions. We're really proud.
I've got Lawrence Charlie coaching me, and I've got a nutritionist, Ellis, and they've been really good, you know, supporting me with my training and my nutrition. So for myself, the goal in strongman would obviously be world's strongest man. I think any person starting strongman would just want to be winning that title. But obviously it would take a few years, you know, to get there, because you've got to do certain comps to qualify for it and stuff. So my kind of goal would just be to get into maybe UK strongest man or Britain's strongest man, that sort of level, progress upwards to like Europe's, and then get a spot for worlds, and then just start doing that basically, and just try and progress every single year. And I wouldn't mind, to be fair, in a few years time, like I don't know, 8 years down the road, 6 years, to try and do a deadlift world record. I really enjoy it anyway, and obviously I'm quite good at it, so I'd like to try and get the record. Would be really good. Yeah, the hot and cold, I probably bought that tub in, I think it was probably April sort of time. I bought the hot tub. I just decided, because I've seen people like Eddie, Thor and Brian do it, and they're at the top end, the benefits of it basically, of going in the hot and cold. So I got the hot tub, and then from a mate of mine, and then the cold tub I managed to get down a local farm shop, which is just like a cattle trough basically. It's a big old plastic tub. You're just so much more recovered, like feel more fresher and everything, so it's definitely helped with training. Every day you can get days where you're a bit down and that, you just kind of got to keep yourself focused. You know, everyone has things going on in their life, you kind of just got to keep focused, and if you want something that bad, you'll do whatever it takes to do it, you know, whatever amounts of food, training, etc. you need to do. So, yeah.